I'll be going over question 18 from sample Midterm D, which tests our knowledge on regression and the least squares regression line. So we are given a least squares regression line and we are asked which of the following statements are true. So for number 1, the circled point is known as an influential observation. This is true. Recall that the definition of an influential observation is a large extreme value along the x-axis, and that it also changes our slope for the regression line if we were to remove it. So number 1 is true. For number 2, if we remove the circle point and recalculate the equation of the regression line, the slope would decrease. So let's verify whether or not it would decrease. Number 2, so recall that our slope is equal to our correlation times the standard deviation ratio between our response and explanatory variable. You won't need to memorize this formula as it will be given to you on the exam. So I'm going to rewrite R in terms of its equation. That'll be 1 over n minus 1 sx sy multiplied by sy over sx. So we notice here that the standard deviation of our response variable cancels out. So we're left with this closed form equation. So it doesn't matter whether or not our response variable, the standard deviation of our response variable changes. All that matters really is that we look at the variance of our explanatory variable. And since if we took out this observation, then overall our variance would decrease. So 1 over a smaller number gives me a larger number. For example, if I took, so 1 over 1/2 versus 1 over 1 over 4, that would be 2 versus 4. So number 2 is false. Now let's look at number 3. If we remove the circled point and we calculate the equation of the regression line, the intercept would decrease. This is also true. So recall that our equation y hat is equal to b0 plus b1x. Since our slope increased, that means we're subtracting a larger amount from each value of y. So overall, our intercept decreased from the original. So this is true. So the only correct letter answer here should be E.